Hi, hello, welcome to Kit and Kajira Gaming. Welcome if you are new. You can call me KK. And in today's video, we're going to turn this space over here where the Forest of Valor meets the plaza and the peaceful meadow. And we're going to turn it into a haven for the Fairy Godmother. So for this build, you can expect lots of floral elements and of course her signature pumpkins. So let's go ahead and let's get started. We are starting off this speed build in this little square area where it butts up against the meadow and the plaza, and there's also a tiny corner overlooking Dazzle Beach. And they start off by putting Fairy Godmother's house over here and making this alternating pathway going up to her house using the muddy pathway and I think this is the natural path, both with borders. And I just love how this looks kind of like stepping stones heading up to her house. And the great thing is this does not increase your item limit. So this is another simple hack to make pathing and not increase your item limit, is just to use parts of your pathing and just break them up into tiny squares. So I'm going to go ahead and line this pathway with a bunch of bushes and overgrown plants because I want her house to be hidden. I want you to not be able to basically see the Fairy Godmother's house because it's supposed to be something you find on a magical adventure. At least that's the canon in my head. So the Fairy Godmother, well renowned for her pumpkin, of course has to have all manner of pumpkins in her area. So I'm just going and making a couple of pumpkin patches, and then we're going to do a bunch of pumpkin clutter all over her yard. So I want this area behind her pumpkin patches to look like she actually tills the land. Well, let's go ahead and be honest, she probably doesn't do it. She either uses magic or she hires someone to do it because it's Fairy Godmother who has time for any of this nonsense. But of course, she has to keep up appearances. So this little square patch of dirt over here that I'm filling with a bunch of various shaped pumpkins and pumpkin type items. I got this idea from a creator here on YouTube called El Serene. I'm not sure if she said she was the original person to come up with this idea, but I love this idea of this little dirt patch that almost seems like this is where somebody went to a pumpkin patch and just picked a whole bunch of pumpkins. And of course, just like a traditional pumpkin patch that you would find in real life, there's various colors and shapes and sizes. We're going to fill in her third and final patch in between these two little stacks of pumpkins. We're going to finish sectioning off her area with these trellises that you can craft in your crafting bench. while underbrush and floral bushes and trees are probably taking up 90% of my item limit, I just can't help but fall in love with this overgrown lushness of finding something magical and wonderful amidst all the floral elements in the woods. Something about decorating this entire Forest of Valor biome just makes my nature-loving heart so happy. I will say, however, it is slightly impractical to have this much overgrowth or undergrowth or whatever you want to call it, especially when you have friends come to visit your valley, because good luck finding pixel shards among all the grass. And because of the perpetual rain in the valley, it makes planting all of these pumpkins so much easier. I believe this entire little patch over here, so these two square ones and then the longer one, I think is close to 100 pumpkins, if not more. Now we're just going to fill in the rest of the space with various shapes and sizes of trees, beach grass, and these butterfly flowers, and some of the bushes and little underbrush floral elements from the Eternity Isle collection. Of course, I do make sure that I still can access all of my mining nodes, and it is easy cleanup if we should get anything to pop up in the area, like the boulders or even the Eternity Hour Swirling Sands Hourglass Ball. These rock clusters also come in very much handiness because they take up so much real estate in your build, but they add such a nice design element. Like this one here is a giant rock with floral and mushrooms and a log, which just helps fit the foresty vibe. And the best part, it only takes up one item limit instead of the bajillion that I am taking up with all of this underbrush and bushes. Okay, you guys, the little area for the Fairy Godmother is complete. I love this shot right here, just looking back through all the brush and the trees, and you can see our wonderful Fairy Godmother's house peeking out from above all of it. So let's go ahead and let's walk through her little area of the forest. Now, like I showed earlier in the build, I did use actual pathing to create this stone look that goes up to her house. I just took two different types of pathing, did it in a 2x2 square, and alternated the colors and kind of almost created a windy path. Now on our pathway, we are led through some stones to the Fairy Godmother's pumpkin patch, where she just has a bunch of pumpkin core everywhere. So stacks of pumpkins and gardening tools and crates and orange flowers to tie in with her lovely pumpkin collection. As we make our way from the pumpkin patch to the fairy godmother's house, we're just going to take a quick walk around and just show what it's like to be around her house in this magical part of the forest. Trees and underbrush galore, with even some hidden pumpkins hidden back here, and apparently Stitch wanting to also tour this area. I can still access all of my mining nodes, and there is still some space to walk around and collect your sticks, but if not, if it does become difficult for me to find them, I do have an ancient vacuum over by Merlin's house that I can just suck all of the little materials that drop up without having to worry. Now that's going to go ahead and complete our walkthrough. Let's go ahead and roll the B-roll footage. And with that, my friends, that concludes our speed build and mini walkthrough of the Fairy Godmother's house over here in the Forest of Valor. Like I said at the beginning, this build was lots of floral underbrush and trees, but I absolutely love the way this came out. Just look at this shot. It is so amazing. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on all of these speed builds. And if you guys do enjoy this type of content, as well as any other Cozy Game content, including updates and walkthroughs of Cozy Games, be sure to like, thumbs up, and subscribe. And be sure to follow me on all social media sites linked down below. That's Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. I do stream twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. PST to play Dreamlight Valley, Fridays at noon to play Power World with my husband, and Saturdays to play Power World as well. If you guys are looking to join a like-minded community of Disney adults, be sure to check the link in my description and join the Dreamlight Valley Adults After Dark if you are 18 and up. I look forward to seeing you guys over there. I am a small-time content creator looking to grow her channel in 2024, and hope you guys will continue on this journey with me. Thank you guys for hanging out with me again, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys!